and welcome to Raising Champions Academy YouTube channel. Yes, I am Chini Udofia and I am the founder of Raising Champions Academy. Yes, you are welcome to our YouTube channel. You are welcome. And like we always say at Raising Champions Academy, that champions are not made, champions are not born, champions are made. No child actually came as a champion, yeah. But then, like we said, the seed of greatness is in them. So the possibility to be a champion is there, but it has to be nurtured. It has to intentionally come up, be groomed to come up. Right, so that is why we say they are not born as champions, but they can be made. And yes, God expects you and I to make champions out of our children. God expects you and I to make champions out of our children. Like we, in I think 2 or 3 videos we started, we're talking about why a champion. Why do I even need to raise my child as a champion? So one of the reasons we said that if you don't raise your child as a champion, the child is going to remain in the same state that he or she came, and that's not good enough. If our children remains in that same state that they came, it's not good enough. So they need to be champions so they can fulfill purpose. And we also said that every child has been assigned to be champions in different areas that God has ordained them to be. Right, so I'm not going to be answering the previous questions anymore. So you may want to watch the previous videos so you can see exactly, listen and hear exactly what we have said on why we should raise champions. So to this question, we're going to be answering the question: does the environment of a child matter? Does an environment matter in raising a child? So that's the question. So if the environment matters, what should we do? What should the parent do? All right. So I want to start by saying that yes, the environment of a child matters. Environment matters. In fact, environment plays a very big role in raising a champion. But then, as parents, we need to do something. So when we hear environment, we always look at the larger environment. Like someone says, oh, what environment am I going to groom my children? He's actually asking you, oh, what kind of school, how is it, what kind of area should I live in, and all of that. Yes, those are the larger environment. But then there is an immediate environment, and that's the home. The home is the first and immediate environment of a child, and that's the first determinant. That's the first thing that's going to either make a child to be a champion or destroy the championship in the child. And what do we mean? We mean the immediate, the parents, those that live in the house with that child or with the children. Now, like I used to always ask parents, what are your children exposed to in the home? What do they watch? What kind of TV programs are your children exposed to? Who lives in your home? Who are your co-parenting partners, like we call them? Who are your co-parenting partners? Who are those people that are co-parenting with you when you're not around? Who takes care of your child? What do they say to them? What do they do when you are not there? Are you aware? It's everything okay in your home? So because this is the first environment that your child is going to interact with, and that is the most important determinant if your child is going to be a champion or not. So what are your children exposed to in the home? What do they watch? Who eats with them? At what point? So this is the first environment we need to look at before we start looking at the larger environment. Now, talking about the larger environment, we have the environment, the area where you live, we have the school, we have their friends and all of that, and then we have the extended family members, right? So talking about the area where you live now, I remember some years back, my husband and I were living in a particular area in the city where we live, so we had our first child there, and then I actually told my husband, I said, wow, this area, I don't think we can raise our children in this area. What do I mean? I understood the place of environment. And that was one thing that I am so grateful for. Our parents gave us that opportunity to live in a good environment. So a good environment, now, like they say, we may not be able to, you may not be able to control. There are a lot of things we cannot control, right? But there are a lot of things we can influence. So first of all, we can influence our children being champions by the environment we expose them to. So then I told my husband, I said, wow, we're not going to raise our children in this environment. I wasn't comfortable with it because like they say, we know you may give your children the best training, everything, teach them morals, but then the environment they are exposed to chokes everything up, chokes it up. So let's not set our children up. That's what we can afford. I think there are better places where we can actually afford. So as parents, look at the environment. So God helped us 5 years down the line, like after marriage, we're able to, move out of that area because I understood the place of environment. We understood the place of environment in raising a child. So the environment, we may not be able to control their friends. What I mean is, you may not tell your children, oh, this person should be your friend, this person should not be your friend. But the truth is, we can actually influence where they go to get the good friends. So we influence where they should be so that they can meet the right kind of friends. So our environment, it's very, very key in raising a champion. If you're a parent listening to this, watching this, I need you to know, maybe you're a parent to be, or you're a young person. Even for a young person, you need to be mindful of your environment because environment plays a very vital role in who we will turn out to be, especially for the young ones, even for those that have come of age. Sometimes you see people, because of where they find themselves, because of the community where they find themselves, they began to live lives that they were not supposed to live. So at any point in time, nobody is above influence, right? So I won't even say as an adult I've outgrown that. So I need to also be careful then not to talk about our children. So environment, it's very important when it comes to raising a champion. So yes, I hope you got value from this video. Please watch this video, send it out to your community, send it out to your friends, send it out to your communities so that they will share it. And most importantly, I need you to subscribe to this channel. We're just coming up, but then like I said, it's a community we're trying to build and we need you. One person doesn't stay in a community, right? So I need all of us, I need us to stay in this community so we can raise champions together. Thank you so much. I am Chini Udofia and I am the founder of Raising Champions Academy. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking. Thank you for sharing. And most importantly, thank you for subscribing and turning on your notification bell so that when our new video comes up, you will be first to be notified. Thank you so much and God bless you.